did you do that? How did you do that?
Take what you want from me. I'll give you everything. All that and more you'll see. Just stay right here with me.
This is the emergency broadcast system. The CDC is advising that you stay in your home.
We show up. We show up in the party, flyer than everybody. We show up in the party, flyer than everybody.
We show up in the party, flyer than everybody. We show up in the party, flyer than everybody. We show up in the party, flyer than everybody. We show up in the party.
We show up in the party. We show up in the party. We show up in the party. We show up in the party. We show up in the party, flyer than everybody.
We show up in the party, flyer than everybody.
We show up in the party, flyer than everybody.
We show up in the party.
We show up in the party.
Yo, Mobile Sports fans, what's going on? Welcome back to the GFUEL competition here for Fort Assault. I am Sudden Death, and I am not just joined by me, myself, and I today. I am joined once again by Crosby. How you doing, sir?
Doing very well today, Jake. Super excited to be back with you, as well as, you know, all y'all in the chat as well. How's it going, everybody? Happy New Year. You know, hopefully, I mean, for me, it's the first time seeing y'all since, you know, last year. Sounds crazy to say, but welcome to 2019, as well as Fort Assault Battles of Glory, the GFUEL competition number 4, brought to you by Blaze Games and GFUEL Energy Formula. Super pumped for today's finals. We got USSR versus D2R in a best-of-3 roundup today. Teams don't know which map they're going to be playing today, which maps, until they join the lobby. So that's something a little bit neat. Sometimes we don't get that in tournaments, other times we do, and today just happens to be one of those days. Chat, how y'all doing? Let us know in the comment section and in the live chat below. Yo, Alex, I see you. KP, I see you with the membership, dog. How's it going? How's it going, Vertical? I see you as well. Jay, Banana, Dinosaur, featuring Alakazam. How's it going? How is it going? Richard. How's it going, everybody? I think we're gonna get this match started as soon as we can.
What's going on, Nightmare?
Nightmare, I see you there. I see you. Was crack-a-lacking, my dude. Dev watching better not mess up. I mean, what's going on?
I don't know what you're talking about, man. I have no idea what you're talking about. We can get we're getting the match ready, guys. We'll go over the players coming in here in just a moment. Let's see what we got rocking right now. Get some more music coming up here. We're gonna get everything fixed behind the scenes, guys.
Loyalty is watching better not mess up. This or ban. Oh no, that's not
ban.
Or ban. You brought the ban hammer in. I don't know if I like that. Hot Rod, how's it going, Jake? Not you, Jake. The other Jake. There's another Jake in chat. How's it going, Jake? Thanks for tuning in. Yo, Vane. Sup, Crosby, and sup, Sudden, my man. Yo, Vane. What's crack-a-lacking, dude? How's it going? Hope y'all are doing very well today. Today's Saturday, right? Yeah, today's Saturday.
Today
just
is
double
Saturday.
checking.
I know, right? Time's been so messed up for me over the past 10 days. It's
For
like,
real.
It's a Tuesday. It's like, damn, man, it feels like a Friday. It is how it is.
Yes, indeed. Banana Dinosaur. I mean, if you want, that's up to you. Greatly appreciate it, but you know, it's up to you, man. Alex, add on friend. What? Peach? I don't know what that means, but yeah, I think I think this is how it goes today, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be having USSR and D2R in a best of 3, like I mentioned earlier. Super excited for this matchup. 2 powerhouse teams, like absolutely powerhouse-filled teams. And vertical. I'll not knife you, Crosby. You're next. Oh my goodness. Dude, you and your infected knives in the community streams on Wednesdays, 5 p.m. Pacific. Or, yeah, is it Pacific? Yeah, it's Pacific.
5 p.m. Pacific,
8 p.m.
yeah.
8 p.m. Eastern. Join us every single Wednesday. But yeah, this dude finds me in the most, like, out of nowhere, I get knifed. And this has happened with Alex as well. Alex Kazam and myself, we're like hiding. We're trying to cover each other's backs. This man knifes us too quickly to the point where Alex can't even react and say anything. And we're like, what just happened? What just happened? We're dead already. Vertical. What's up, man? How's it going? Jane, can I knife Sutton and Crosby? I mean,
You can try.
you could try. Yeah. We'll just
say.
run away. Yeah.
All right, guys, we're now into the lobby, getting everything ready. Should be going into the game here in a few minutes. Let's check out the team comparison between both USSR and D2R here. Interesting enough, USSR has higher stats. Slightly higher in a couple categories. I mean, just looking at the match ratio. 4.33 compared to 4.3, just barely higher than D2R. Once again over here as well in the rounds ratio, 1.89 compared to 1.86. Just slightly higher, although the 6 and a 9 line up pretty well there. Small child can laugh on the inside right there. Should be an interesting match to see these two teams go head-to-head. D2R has locked down the roster the last couple of weeks. Mostly similar players we've seen play. New players playing on the USSR side, though.
Indeed.
I'm looking to see if Manikov is in the room. He played yesterday during the one of the streams for Battles of Glory Season 3. Had a very impressive performance. A couple quad feeds. Dubbed in Lord Farquad. And overall, just really enjoyed watching him play. That is KO or XO. He's playing under an alt account right there. Cross, if you want to join, yeah, there you go. Spectate that.
Yes, sir. Funny that you say Lord Farquad, because recently I watched a clip from Shrek, and this was when the gingerbread man was getting like interrogated by Lord Farquaad. And my dude, I can't believe how funny they made this movie. So freaking funny, man. Like, I was looking at the clip, my brother and I were watching this clip over and over again, because we're like, how do they make this so funny?
Exactly, you don't realize it. It's a great movie because it goes right over a kid's head. It just goes whoosh. But, you know, it's enjoyable for the parent to sit there and watch as well, or an older sibling. But yeah, the movies, you can go back and watch it anytime. I remember watching those movies years ago. You know, I was 2, 3, 4 years old, and I come back and watching the guys like, wow, this is actually hilarious.
Hilarious.
It is.
Phenomenal writing. It really is phenomenal writing. That's what it comes down to. And of course, it made me. It reminded me of Ben, like B-Nate's Gamer. His clan, or not clan tag, his username for PSN is the Muffin Man. There are like X's there, but like when he was saying, "Do you know the Muffin Man?" I'm like, "The Muffin Man, the Muffin Man. Do you know the Muffin Man?" I'm like, "Yes, I know the Muffin Man."
Dude, I remember I was playing PS4 once, Black Ops 3, and like the Muffin Man joins. Like, that's Ben right there, just joined the lobby randomly.
Yeah, it's funny. Every time I play with him,
Are you still
actually quite often.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I am still
okay.
Recently we haven't played because like I haven't been home and stuff, like, you know, some R&R. But every time I play, and I play with him quite frequently, what happens is that every time I join the lobby or the party or whatever, or he joins, I always start off with the Muffin Man. I know the Muffin Man. It's really goofy, it's silly, but I enjoy it.
Alright, back in the lobby there we go. Okay.
Guys,
should be starting here in just a minute. Should be a fun game to get into. Once again, GFUEL competition in partnership with our amazing partners over there at Gamma Labs and Ford Assault. We're bringing this stream to you guys. It should be fun. Finals here. If you guys want to check out the previous streams that are uploaded here on the Mobile Esports YouTube channel, you can do so. Find them. Link in the video description down below. They should be. And with that being said,
I think we're
just preparing
close
everything behind the scenes. We're pretty close, guys. We're pretty close. A couple small hiccups, but everything is back on track. Chat, how's it going with you? Nightmares here in the house. Bernardo, I hope I pronounced your name properly. H Gamer, Loyalty, LL Fox City, Tab Alert, Limit Breaker, Vane, Jalen. See you guys all, and thank you so much for coming out and hanging out Fruity.
Good-
Call me Jesus.
question.
All right, man. I'll call you Jesus. Jesus,
question.
give me the fruits.
Gold giveaways? Yes.
Oh,
yes.
true, man.
Yes.
Gold giveaways, yes.
2.
2 gold giveaways per match.
Yes,
And
sir.
of course, it's the finals of the best out of 3, so you could potentially have a total of 6 gold giveaway winners today. Have to wait and see, though.
Hey, yo, Gramps using those, moving gloves. I forget what they're called, but they look like the kinda
Nexus.
Like yeah, that's what they're called. There you go, Nexus. They're moving gloves, and they have like I don't know if you're showing it right now, but they have the awesome like pattern where it's kind of like a Rubik's cube. It looks really dope.
Yeah, the
I
Nexus
can't
do look
believe that they finally gave us what we wanted, moving gloves. I've like, honestly, every time I looked at my Kazam gloves, I'm like, little flex. But yeah, I was like, yo, this would be so dope if they could move. Of course, that might be coming V2, who knows, But to have them in lower tiers as well, and to have them moving, that's incredible.
And with that being
That
said, I
being
think
said-
we're live.
Yes, sir, we are indeed.
Go
USSR
ahead, right
versus
into it.
D2R, best of 3.
Here
Let's
we go. USSR started out on the CT side. Get into it. Playing on the map, Frosty. All maps are chosen at random here. The teams were not prepared for this at all. This will definitely show which team is better skilled. Not knowing what map you'll be hopping into. You're not prepared for it at all. It should be fun. Typically, a couple days beforehand what map you'll plan on. You have a little bit of time to practice if it's going to be a map like Frosty or maybe streets you don't typically play on. But no warning at all. You're just hopping into the game. As soon as you join up the lobby. I didn't know what it was going to be either. On Frosty, bombs are planted over here on top of B site. Nero puts down General Gore. 2 men up on the CT side, 4 alive now on the T's. Richard trying to stay up here, gets dropped down to 71 HP. Gotta be careful. Gonna opt to move back here and watch his back. Not seeing anybody there. Nero putting down Chris, and it's all up to Richard now. Gramps beginning to work his rotation, coming around, checking to see if he sees anybody inside a house. He finds Richard, puts him on the ground with a headshot, and D2R will be taking the first round here in the best out of 3 finals matches here in the GFUEL competition. Checking out the KDs. Gramps 2-0, Nero 2-0, and Martini getting a kill there. Got dropped off of the only player to die last round on the D2R side.
I think Gramps is gonna head over towards A, if I'm not mistaken. He does have an SMG in hand. I think he did actually throw a grenade and get a hit marker towards the mid area. Not exactly sure where that landed. Of course, these pros practice nade spots and know a whole bunch of nade spots. And sometimes even just getting a little bit of information can be very, very, detrimental to the other team. And right now, Gramps is inching forward towards mid area. Nero drops Chris, though, finding him with the headshot with the foul. General Gore strikes back, though, saying, hey, man, I'm going to just lob this right over to you, Nero, and you hold it. And Nero, unfortunately for him, it exploded right in his hands. Gramps takes out Richard. Richard not expecting that slow push-up, but does get tagged up from the back. Gramps trying to push on back towards, I believe, B-bomb, where it's planted right now. So 2v4 situation for the CTs. Not looking too good for Gramps. He is at 15 HP, player on his back. Right now, all you got to do is stay alive for Gramps and waste time. Martini doing what he got to do. Rigged as well, taking out Equilibrium and General Gore to make this a 2-0 round count. As we head into round number 3, D2R leads.
D2R leads by 2. Nero sitting there at 3-1. Gramps got a bunch of donuts there in his death column, sitting there at 3-0. Hopping over to the top 2 players, General Gore and Richard both sitting at 1 and 2 respectively. Nobody's got any kills here on the USSR side below them. Let's see what they can come up with here in round number 3. Gramps, Tech 9 in hand, saving cash here, I do believe. Nope, actually has an MP5K in his back pocket as well as that Tech 9. Smaller, more compact rifles with the silencer. Not bad here on this map. Gore's gonna strike first, putting down Nero. More shots being fired inside here of the apartment. Equilibrium's gonna put down Rigged. Thinking about pushing out here on the A site. Grenade goes off. Gramps is gonna trade out his MP5 for this AK. Gonna back up. Not gonna tagged by that frag. Waiting to see if they can find one more player to pick off here before they push on to this A site. Gramps has a bomb in hand. Avatar does have the high ground up here. I'm not sure why we haven't seen any CT players potentially go backstab. Richard tagging Gramps once or twice. Chris sees one player jump up there. Firing shots, missing almost all of them. Gets dropped down to 67 HP. Gotta be careful. Player's gonna come up here. Puts him on the ground. Chris does come up with the kill there on Martini. Manikoff comes behind, gonna reinforce his teammate, make sure nobody is there as they're coming back towards this A site. T's gotta do something here soon. 50 seconds on the clock. Bomb is still in the hands of Gramps, and he's taking his time walking around back here.
Sweet time.
You got enough time, but you need to start walking a little faster, I would say.
Agreed. Definitely. You do have, like you said, just a little bit of time, just under 37 seconds. But at the same time, you got to make sure that you clear a bomb site and plant it. And you're down a man. So you got to make sure that you can do all of that and not die. Because, of course, you got the bomb. 24 seconds left. It looks like they're going to just try and regroup. D2R regrouping over here towards the house. But unfortunately, Avatar falls. Richard takes him out with an SMG shot to the noggin. And Gramps got a hit marker, I believe. But then falls right after that. Minikov takes him out. And we got a game on our hands, folks. D2R, 2 rounds to USSR's 1 round. General Gore, we got him going 2 and 3. Richard going 2 and 2. On the other side of things for D2R, we got Gramps at 3 and 1, Nero 3 and 2, and then Avatar at 3 and 1. So in terms of, kills and deaths, D2R, has a slight edge, but still early on in the matchup. So we're going to have to wait and see if that's going to come down to kills and deaths, or if it's mainly going to come down to how the players utilize each kill and death. Nero and Avatar find kills of their own respectively right there, making it a 3v4 as Minikov takes out Martini. Very well played by him. It looks like Gramps also is also able to take out Minikov. General Gore trades him out immediately, though, taking out Avatar. 2v3 situation. Minute 24 left on the ticker. It doesn't look very good for the CTs as they are now in a 3v1 situation as Nero finds equilibrium. Bomb is also planted on B. There's a smoke down towards the B cross from A side, and just like that, Nero finds a kill on General Gore, making it a 3v1 or 3-1 right now round count in favor of D2R as we go into this next round.
D2R responds quickly there after having lost the last round. As we move into round number 5, I would not be surprised if we see an A push here from D2R. We'll have to see if that does go down, maybe through Stakehouse. A couple grenades going out early on here, going across there towards mid. CT players spread out, hanging over here towards the B side, and that A push does appear to be the case here for the D2R side. Nero's going to watch his upper area as his teammates begin to move through. A well-placed frag grenade inside a Steakhouse could really roast them. Nero gets dropped down to 78 HP, moving with his teammate. Got to be careful, there's shots coming in there. Gramps is going to put down Minikov. Equilibrium is going to put down Nero. He goes from Nero to 0, actually. Chris puts down a raid, and Bomb is in the hands of Gramps. Now he's sitting mid. He's going to get dropped from behind by Richard. Richard staying up here, 2v1 situation. Remaining player here on the T side, Martini. Lagging just a little bit. Trying to find himself a Steakhouse, but he's going to lose that gunfight to Chris. It's 2-3 here. Only 1 round down from tying it up on the USSR side. Playing pretty well on the CT side, to be completely honest here. USSR has gotten their areas locked down. I remember watching a match a couple months ago. USSR had a big loss versus D2R here on Frosty. I think I remember that one. That does not look to be the case this time, though. Not at all. Learn from their mistakes. Know where to set up properly this time. I did not see Richard. I was actually watching Chris there.
Okay, so he redeemed himself getting a trade right there on his teammate, but he was coming off the B spawn. He was coming off the B spawn, and he tried to throw a smoke grenade through the window over here where Gramps is, and it actually bounced off and it hit the window and went outside. And this dude just starts shooting with the pistol sporadically, like, come on, how'd I miss that? It was just really, really funny to see from the spectator point of view. But like I said, minute and 18 seconds left, 2-1 right now as a whole bunch of kills go back and forth, and we got D2R somehow taking that round after that flurry of absolutely incredibly fast kills there. 2 rounds separate these two teams, but of course it does not look like it's the same matchup that we had a few months ago, like you mentioned. USSR definitely able to keep up with the round count as well as the slaying. Yes, Nero and Gramps, slightly edging both of the or all of the other players on the USSR side out just slightly. But the kills are relatively even. You got a few people on the USSR side going slightly negative. Still fairly early on, though. Could just be in a situation where you got to make sure you got the cash flow, the eco. Gramps putting down a whole bunch of shots, not able to connect the killing blow right there, the killing shots onto a USSR player, but fortunately has the help of his teammate right there, and I do believe he gets the kill. 3v3 right now, minute 25 left on the ticker. It does look like they're going to try and hit B-bomb site, but unfortunately for them, their bomb carrier dropped, and Gramps has to go back and get the bomb. Not too big of an issue, though. It was only slightly behind them. And Gramps, so on that rotation back after picking up the bomb, he falls. He falls right now. It's a 3v1. Nero is left in a 3v1 situation with bomb down. just over a minute left. For real, right now, Nero, all you got to do is try and get the picks. You're in a position where they're spread out. Of course, Nero doesn't know this, but realistically, you can't really go for the bomb if your player just got killed from there, right?
I completely agree with that. And he is in a good situation down here in water. Great head glitch. Sit on that. He is able to pick up the bomb there. And he's going to go for the plant here on the stairs. Watching his backstab. CTs, having heard the bomb picked up, we're probably going to push him here just a second. Bomb's going down. 30 seconds here. As you see, the CTs are going to start swarming him right now. Nero's trying to stay up, but he goes down to 0. Equilibrium drops, and he's going to defuse that bomb. This will be another round win for USSR here. Moving into round number 7. It'll be 3-4.
They played
moving out of round number 7, that is. Excuse me, moving to round number 8.
They played that round beautifully. USSR not getting, too excited that it's a 3v1. They played it slowly but methodically, and they won because they didn't push. And you saw Nero waiting there. Are they going to push? I think it was a solid 15-20 seconds. He's just waiting there. And no one pushed him, right? They all knew where the bomb was because they could see the bomb fall when Gramps died. So all they had to do is wait for the bomb to be picked up, and then that's it. Should have been a round win, and it was there indeed. Beautifully played by them. Chris finds a kill on Nero, as was Rigged, finding a 2-piece right there. X23 right there, just taking out the claws. General Gore and Minikov taking 2 more players out right there, making it a 5v1. And this should be the tying round, the equalizing round, as we have a 5v1. Gramps left alone. He is 7-3 in terms of KD.
If only he knew A was open, he could get that bomb planted. But is that the thing you want to do in this situation, though? He's giving himself away by finding shots there on Chris. Drops him on the ground. Got to be careful. There's one CT player on his left and right. He gets dropped down 6 HP. You're going to see a player from a steakhouse. Lands shots on him, but not enough to drop him. He goes down, and it's tied up here. The equilibrium here in this match has stabilized. As moving around at number 9, it's all tied up here, ladies and gentlemen. Close match thus far. Checking out the KDs for each of these players. KDs begin to even out a little bit as well. Nero and Gramps had some higher KDs. Once again, beginning to even 9-5, 8-4 respectively. At one point was 7-2 and 8-3, I do believe. Last couple of rounds have gone negative. Not quite sure what Richard was doing there. Making sure his gun's still shot properly. General Gore is the first to strike here for USSR. Finding Martini, cracking his glass. Equilibrium's got the A side locked down. T's are spread out. Riggs currently looking up. Top of bakery. Excuse me. Top of A main. Need to come up with proper callouts here. Well, I have proper callouts. Gotta come up with my own, you know what I'm saying? Gotta make it unique.
Gotta be original.
That's why I like to be original. Gotta have the proper syllables I need to roll off the top of my lips as fast as I possibly can spit them. And some of these I have just, not as good. Bomb's going down now on A site. 3 versus 2. 3 CTs up. 2 Ts up, respectively. Richard is hopping out here by boat. Sees a couple shots go out over here. Taking his time, teammate, to begin his swarm site. There is one CT player coming from behind. Gotta find that T player who's up overlooking A site right now. Jumping back and forth. Quick little flick there from Richard. He's gonna find Nero. Go for that bomb defuse. Chris does see Rig up top. Rig is trying to prevent that bomb from going down. Chris is gonna win that gunfight versus them, and they're gonna defuse that bomb, and USSR does take the lead.
That was trust right there. Comes down to trust. Richard trusting his teammates. We're going to be able to get that kill. Of course, it's a 3v1. But sometimes, you don't have that faith in your teammates and you end up getting off a bomb. And it's happened to me before. I've been playing and, ranked sometimes. You got to carry so hard. And even though you carry really hard, teammates just don't give you anything to work with. But right there, complete opposite of that. And Chris and his teammates, USSR right now, take the lead from what I believe it's the first time in this game, in this matchup. Martini drops Chris, making it a 4v5 player count. 3v5 as he gets another kill on Minikov right there. Very well placed shots to the noggin from the foul. Minute 30. Doesn't look like USSR is going to be moving too much. As I say that, we kill him. Takes out Nero through a little tiny crack towards the A site. I think bomb is going to be, bomb is planted down on B. It's a 3v4. Equilibrium inching slowly, very slowly up towards the mid area. Trying to push up onto the bomb site. Gramps takes out General, and he finds another.
Oh, comes up with a third! Unbelievable!
Headshots! Desert Eagle, my dude.
Does him
Gramps
dirty with the
one-taps.
Deagle and the one-taps coming in. The one-taps
Wolverine.
from Gramps tying it up here,
Just
coming in clutch
shredding.
for his team, shredding
Bro.
all those players. That's got to be a little bit of a kick into the schnuts there for them. Coming up, taking their time, playing slowly and methodically there on the CT side. And Gramps just turns around and flicks you and puts you on the ground in a matter of 5 or 6 seconds there with the Deagle. He's feeling pretty
Dude's
confident
taking
with
his
it.
pain
Still
meds.
has it in there. And again, pain meds, new glasses subscription. He is ready to roll.
GFUEL.
Got this motorized walker now. It is terrific setup, honestly, for Gramps. Martini's first strike here on the D2R side, putting down General Gore. Pushing towards his A side right now. Gramps is the bomb carrier. Has been the bomb carrier most of this round. Gramps is going to watch his B side. All the players still over. He sees one player coming through the house. He opts to move around here. Guy checks his green. Sees a player up there. Shots being fired out. Teammate over there. He does have bomb still in hand. He's going up here, taking his time. Going to plant that bomb here on now A side as his teammates are beginning to lock the site down. Only 2 CTs left alive here. It is Chris and his teammate right here inside of Blue House, looking across towards the A side. No D2R players have gone down just yet. Chris has got to be careful. Doesn't see this player. Headless drop down to 20 HP. Staying up. His teammate is behind him. Rigged is the man watching green, sees a player jump back out over towards the B house. Manikoff down here to 66 HP. Can he execute order 66? Does have 420 cash. Martini also with his teammate pushing up here towards blue. Checks across over there towards Docks. Not going to find anybody. Bomb is slowly taken down. At this point, there's almost nothing you can do here on the USSR side. You just have to save. I think that's what they're going to do here. Bomb is slowly being taken down. D2R has to move out of sight or they're going to lose somebody there. They'll hold inside a B house. This could be a trouble coming up if they play it right. Bananakoff's going to choke, though, on a banana peel. And get dropped down by Martini. Well played there by D2R as they take the lead once again at 6-5.
Dude, I still can't believe you said motorized walker.
It gets you around the map faster. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I don't know why I laugh at that, but I'm glad I laugh at a lot of things. So, you know, I'm always happy. Anyway, as we get into this round right now, we got USSR retaking, or sorry, not USSR, D2R retaking the lead by 1 round as they are up 6-5 over USSR. Lots of gunfights going on right now. There is a smoke towards the A cross mid. Nero strikes first, taking out Equilibrium. But we got Rigged also taking out General Gore, but Chris takes out Avatar, trading that right there. And then Martini takes out Chris. Gramps finding another kill of his own right there on Minikoff, making it a 4v1 right now. Bomb is going to be planted on the B site, just over a minute 22 left on the clock, but realistically, doesn't really matter. It's a 4v1 unless you got Richard over here at 4 HP that can literally one-tap everybody. It's
Well, we saw Gramps do it once, but
4 HP. It's no
it's gonna be
bueno.
difficult. 4 HP. Doesn't have the Deagle in hand. Got the foul. Not quite sure how much ammo he's got here in his back pocket, and there's really no point to play your life here. Last round here before the flip. He's going to put down Nero, dropping him down to 0. Nero knows where he's at. You can see the T's going to pinch him here. Sees one coming in. He's up here. They don't realize where he's at. He's going to run out of ammo. Should have reloaded. Richard's going to get dropped there by Rigged. He might be complaining about that being rigged. But you should have just reloaded your gun, man. And then you, yeah, might have gotten the kill. With that being said, D2R now on the CT side do have the round lead by 2. Moving into round number 13 here. We'll see how D2R plays the CT side. See how comparable it is to USSR side. Maybe USSR will have an amazing T side. They got to be completely honest. They want to take the W over D2R. As D2R is looking good. A well-placed frag grenade going to tag up there on one T player. Martina can jump down there. General Gore's going to win the gunfight there with the Tech 9 as they move in here towards a house. Gramps is standing down here, and Nero's going to try to come across and find a man. Throws a frag across the site. Bomb is about to be planted if they're not careful. There's one player trying to pick Nero off. He's not going to get dropped at all. Reloads his gun. Players beginning to swarm this A site. One coming from behind. Got to be careful. General Gore is up here. He needs to watch his back, or this player might come on the ground. Chris is actually double up there with the P350, putting down Gramps and their other player coming from backstab. Bomb's now down on A site. That's 1 versus 4. This is a big round for USSR. Taking the first round here since the flip. We'll put them at 7-6. Still down by 1, but the cash advantage going into round number 14 will be very, very important. Equilibrium puts down Nero. And that's it. USSR does take the round right there. Guys, refresh the stream. If you're having any issues, go ahead and refresh the stream. Everything is green here on my end. Refresh the stream.
Yes, sir. I see it live and well. 1080p FPS beautifully as we get into this next round right here. 1 round separate these two teams, and it's essentially been the same story. 1 or 2 rounds separating these for the entire matchup so far on this map that is Frosty. We've been seeing it a little bit more often now in the competitive play in the Battles of Glory tournaments. We're going to have to wait and see if anything will come of that in terms of, you know, map rotations. But we got Gramps taking out Equilibrium first, just a minute 1:30 left on the clock. As he does that, Rig takes out General Gore, as General Gore does get a few shots onto him, but not enough to get him to go to sleep right there. Chris, though, puts enough shots into the noggin to do that. And he also gets a knife kill. He gets a karambit kill on Avatar. That's 2K gold right there, ladies and gentlemen. 2K gold courtesy of a knife kill. And we have one player left right now. And it looks like one player left on the USSR side, so that's the T side, rather. Minute left on the clock. Bomb is down up towards the A building. Gramps and his teammate just peeking very, very slightly to try and deter Minikov. There you go. Got tagged up. Minikov from trying to push up to get the bomb. Not much he can do right there. 26 HP he's essentially one shot. It looks like it's gonna be a doozy here, folks, as you know, some issues are going on, but it happens. No worries here. I think we're gonna be able to keep going with this over here towards mid. Ooh, okay. So what's going on right now? We got 22 seconds left, and we got Martini and Gramps held up over here towards the A bomb site house, and we got Minikov just kind of staying back, chilling, not giving them anything to do to get that extra cash flow. He's at 900 and has a foul in his hands, so he's just going to opt to save. The smart choice right now is to save, and he actually gets a kill on Gramps. Gramps thinking that he could just barge in and, you know, say, hey, give me that kill. Unfortunately for him, rather, not able to do that, and we have a 2-round gap right now. USSR is down by 2 rounds as D2R leads 8-6 as we go into this next round. Vane, I see you, man. I see y'all. Who do you think is going to win for this first match? It's a best of 3, you know, Blaze Games and Gamma Labs, GFUEL, you know, tournament, Forward Assault. Who's going to win this first round? This first match.
Definitely looking good for D2R here. However, USSR still having a good side here as Gramps and Nero are going to find 2 USSR players. Other players getting tagged up here. Avatar comes from behind, finds General Gore. There's one more inside a steakhouse and one also inside a house. Martini's going to put down Richard and one more player here on the USSR side. That's Manikov left alive. Saw some impressive plays from him yesterday during the Battles of Glory Tournament Series. We'll see if he can come up with anything here. Martini currently watching his steakhouse balcony. Jumps out of there. Going to be trying to find this remaining T player. He does have the bomb in hand, though. Actually, I take that back. He does not. Bomb is down. He's going to win the gunfight versus Avatar, but get picked from the left. He's going to go down. 9-6. D2R now leads by 3.
Bro, the last round, I'm like, all right, we're chilling. And then next thing I know, the USSR just decides to, I'm not saying USSR specifically, but like the round ended up being a USSR loss. I still think they can come back. The round count is getting a little bit, you know, a little bit too big, but Avatar striking first and getting another kill on Richard, followed up by a kill with Equilibrium rather onto Rigged. I think you got USSR still being able to stay relatively close, but unless they can somehow overpower this D2R roster right now in the next 2 rounds, it's going to be very, very difficult, especially with the snowball, you know, seeming to come to fruition right now, as we got 3 rounds separating these 2 teams. It's a 2v2 situation. Got Nero putting down some shots onto Equilibrium, does indeed find a kill. I believe that was the 2nd kill in the last like 10 or so seconds. It should be a kill again for Nero or his teammate as he's coming around to backstab the USSR player. But Minikov finding the kill on Martini, whiffing so many of those shots with the foul. The pistol right there, the trusty good old pistol, did the work for Minikov. Not able to not finding death there. Nero, it's all up to Nero right now. He is a CT player, but if the T's over there decide to push up and plant bomb, it could be a round win for the T's. That is, if he can stay alive. He is at 17 HP. So definitely not in his favor in terms of the HP, because we got Nero at 57. So he is not one shot. Minikov is one shot. So in theory, you know, we should see a win unless positioning comes into play right now. We should see a CT round win, but hold your breath, folks. Gunfight gonna go on in about 2 seconds right here. If they can find each other,
I don't know why Medikov isn't looking to his left. The player slowly keeping up on these. Knife him. He's not careful. Medikov turns around, not going to find Nero. He's not going to go down to 0. He puts the Medikov down at 0. And he's going to be able to defuse that bomb. And that round lead Detour will now be 10-6 here in round number 17. At this point, that snowball is getting ever larger and about to hit this village here. They got to be careful on the USSR side. They gotta do something quickly here. I don't know what it is.
I don't know.
That you can do versus these players. I mean, right now, just looking here at the scoreboard, everybody's mostly even. I mean, if somebody were to step up, it is interesting though to see Equilibrium in 3rd place, 9 and 13 on the board, and Chris top fragging. This is something we've seen in the past. Of course, it's great to see another player stepping up there on the USSR side, but you normally would see a player like Equilibrium up there at the top or even 2nd spot. Maybe having a bag day. As we're speaking of Equilibrium, he's going to drop there. Manikov going to trade a player on. Gore, find also Martini. Rig going to put down Manikov before he do more damage to his team here. So 3 versus 3, minute 33 left here on the clock. Richard sees the player from the corner, gets a headshot on Rigged. He might be complaining about that headshot a little later. Maybe complaining it might be Rigged. Minute 30 now here on the clock as they move down into Steakhouse. Bomb is in the hands of Chris. He hears one CT player down here on docks. Got to take his time, make sure nobody jumps through the window. They move here towards this A site. Gramps moving here slowly through canals. Gotta watch his back. Little does he know there is nobody coming out of Steakhouse. All these players right now are inside the hunting cottage. Avatar finding Gore. Bomb hasn't planted at 2 versus 2 situation here. Avatar down to 4 HP. Richard sitting nice here. 100 HP, AK-47 in hand. Gotta be feeling pretty confident. A little altercation going on behind him. Richard is holding him. Has trust in his teammate, Chris. He might help him if he's not careful. Richard finds Avatar. Gramps put down Chris. Can Gramps double up? He doesn't! He's gonna go into the hands of Richard, and USSR is staying in this. They're only down by 3. They take that round win around number 17. Only down by 3 now. Very impressive performance there from Richard and Chris as well. And you can see the trust that both those players had for each other. Chris dueling Gramps. Richard keeping his head, making sure he's looking for Avatar, and he knows he's inside of cottage, waiting for him. Finds the kill. Chris does end up going down, but Richard turns around and beats Gramps in that one-on-one gunfight. Very impressive there. You gotta have that. You gotta have that trust in your teammates. It is difficult sometimes, 100%. Especially if you've been playing pubs for years. I completely understand. You know, I sometimes put my faith in my teammates, but you know that really is what's gonna. That's a mark of a good team, is all I'm trying to say. That is a mark of a good team to have some trust in your teammates. And USSR is definitely feeling themselves right now as they push up. Gramps doubling up with the foul, though, here on top of A-side. Gotta be careful he doesn't get tagged from behind down at 22 HP. There is one T-player in here. Gramps does finally realize that. He's gonna go down to the hands of Minikov. Minikov's the last T-player left alive here. There's 2 CTs. One beginning to move over here towards this A-house. Minikov taking the high ground. Gotta watch out that his left side is one down here on his right beneath him. He does know his bomb is down up towards Steakhouse. He's going to jump down. Doesn't see the player on his left. He gets tagged on 31 HP. He's going to lose that gunfight versus, I believe that is Martini. He's going to sit back and sip his martini as he takes his team up 1 more point here on the board. Now up by 4, 11-7. D2R not going to let them go up too much. Not even going to tie it up. Keeping that round lead in their favor. Another round gone on the board for them. As we move out into round number 19, we'll see what USSR can come up with.
It's interesting to see the scoreboard. We've mentioned it a few times now as Nero finds a kill there, but like it's interesting because typically if you could call it a formula, the formula for winning is typically, you know, communication as well as kills and round wins, right? And you get round wins by communicating effectively, getting the kills that are needed, and planting or defusing the bomb. And right now, it seems like USSR has maybe not the communication, but the trust factor that can be, I guess, into the communication. But the slaying and the ultimate round wins are just not there for them. You got Chris, yes, getting 16 kills, but to that 13 deaths, right? General Gore, 9 kills, 16 deaths. Equilibrium, 10 and 15. Minikov, 10 and 15. The only player going positive is Richard. He's 14 and 11. And if you take a look at the other side of things on D2R, Gramps, 19 and 10. Nero, 18 and 13. Martini, just slightly over positive at 13 and 12, or even rather, right? It's essentially very, very the go even or positive side of things on D2R. Whereas you got USSR in a 2v2. They're 2 top fraggers. Sorry, not top. They're top fraggers, not in the game right now, as in like not playing this round. And Richard, the second top fragger right there, he's doing work. Him and Equilibrium are doing work. But it comes down to being able to make sure that you can get the kills that matter. If you can't get the kills that matter, yes, you could be getting a 30 bomb, right? 30 kills. But if you're losing rounds because your teammates are not, playing in unison, like communication's not on point, then realistically those kills don't matter, right? Don't matter. And like I'm telling you right there, it's a 2v1 situation. Gramps clutches that up because communication, right? Communication. That's all it was there. All you got to do is stay in your corners and communicate where the player was. You don't have to rush. You don't have to do any of that. Bombs down. It's more difficult for them. The CT side. But ultimately, it's coming back on them. You see the cracks. You see the cracks that are starting to, break the foundation. And, my long-winded kind of rant there. But essentially, it comes down to teamwork and kills. If you can't do both, and you have a team that can do both, then it's going to be very difficult to pull out a round W, or even a match W. Avatar finding 2 kills right there, as General Gore finds one on Nier as well, equalizing it 3-3 right there, as he takes out Rigged with the foul to the noggin. Just under 1:37 left on the clock. It doesn't look like we're going to have an immediate push, but it does seem like they're going to be pushing out towards the B side very, very methodically, as we get a nade pushing through, and Gramps and Martini. That grenade, from my point of view, looked really, really funny, because they're like, oh crap, we got to run back. It's like, we don't have enough time. And with that, we got a D2R round 1 win, best of 3. So USSR definitely not going home with an L quite yet. If D2R can't win the next match, then it's going to go to match number 3. But if they can, then of course D2R is going to be taking this round W, this Forward Assault Battles of Glory GFUEL competition number 4. That is if they can win the next match. If not, match number 3, whoever wins that match is crowned champion.
Indeed, guys. That being said, guys, this is the GFUEL competition in partnership with Gamma Labs, our amazing partners over there, and Forward Assault. We're bringing you guys this tournament. That was the first round here of the best out of 3. As Crosby mentioned, it's not over just yet. USSR does have another opportunity here to come up with the W over D2R. It is a best out of 3. If USSR were to win this round here on a map we aren't quite sure about, we don't know. It's all randomly chosen. What server, or that server is not randomly chosen, excuse me. The server has already been chosen, but the map is going to be randomly chosen. We aren't quite sure what it could be. I guess it could be Mall, if some cruel individual is going to do that.
My head would explode.
My head would explode too, because I've never had to cast Mall. I've never even considered doing that, so that would definitely be interesting. We'll have to wait and see about that. Guys, we'll be doing the gold giveaway here in just a moment, but as we mentioned, this is the GFUEL competition in partnership with amazing partners over there, Gamma Labs. You guys can use our code esportsmobile at gfuel.com to get 10% off anything at gfuel.com. That is right, you heard me correct. 10% off anything at gfuel.com by using that code esportsmobile. Whether it's a new tub, a shaker, a backpack, or a hat like I am rocking. I gotta say, I love this hat. I wear this hat everywhere I go. It is a high quality hat. If you want to rock that, I highly recommend it. And you get 10% off by using that code esportsmobile. Whatever the case may be, whatever you're looking for on gfuel.com. It doesn't matter, because that code does have you covered. Get your 10% off anything, any GFUEL product at gfuel.com. Once again, that code is esportsmobile. Welcome back, everybody. Crosby, I'll let you choose the hashtag, as you are just gotten back.
I think we're gonna do. Okay, so we've had a lot of awesome people in the chat lately, right? And I think I'm down to pick one of y'all as the hashtag. Typically, I don't do that. Jake does, but I'm feeling a little adventurous today. I think I'm gonna go with Tap Alert. And you know why?
Tap Alert.
Because of Gramps' 3-piece one taps. I believe they were one taps. Either way, they were noggin taps. So we're gonna go with hashtag Tap Alert, and make sure to leave your Forward Assault in-game name as well, followed or with the hashtag, just to make sure that we get your username right there and then. That way it's easier and it's faster for you to get the gold that you win. So we're going to do 2 giveaways, right? So 2 of you are going to be chosen, and I do believe we're going to be doing 2K gold, because there was a knife kill in that match right there. Here's what it not going to be Wadu. So hashtag tap alert and your forward assault in-game name to be entered. 2 winners will be selected.
Indeed, guys, you hear that right? Hashtag tap alert with your forward assault in-game, and after that, you'll be entered to win that gold giveaway. We're giving away 2,000 gold to 2 of you lucky individuals here in chat. Good luck to everybody. Once again, hashtag tap alert with your forward assault in-game name. We'll be giving away 2,000 gold to 2 of you lucky individuals here in chat. I was Vane. I see you, sir. You can tag me. I'll see it sometimes. Tap alert. That's right, guys. Hashtag tap alert is the hashtag. I don't know what I just did here. Man, it's like I go live and then all of a sudden Windows wants to update. You can't make this up. You go. I go live and then it's like Alienware. We have a new update for you. It's like no. I like.
Did I ever tell you? I don't know if I've told you. I might have, but I've definitely haven't told the stream. But this was in high school. This was like a few years ago. I want to say 3 years ago, 2 years ago, something like that, right? This was robotics, right? And they were demonstrating their robot, like the robot, right, that they had built. Right. And no joke, in front of the school, the entire school, no joke, Windows is like, you gotta update. So we sat there and waited for. Well, okay,
what is it, half
the
an
ones
hour?
the ones that wanted to, right?
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
everyone. The ones that wanted to, which was of course me. But yeah, it was.
That, I know you can't make it up. The updates for Windows are insane.
Yeah,
it's always like we were trying to do something important. It's like, okay, you have to. See, what really pisses me off is when it doesn't ask you if you want updates. Like, we're just updating your computer. Like, no, I'm in the middle of a project. You can't.
Is it critical?
Do that to me.
Is it critical? No, it's a font update. Why are you pushing this out to me right now then?
No, it's for all computers running the Core i9. I don't have a Core i9 processor. I don't care.
Bruh. Hello.
Guys, with that being said, continue spamming that hashtag tap alert. We'll be choosing. Yo, Dips. No, dude, I could not do that. I would lose 100%. Although I would do it. I would go in there and just get bodied. That would be an epic battle. Like, I'd get bodied 100%, but I would do it. I would 100% do it. Again, continue spamming that hashtag tap alert with your forward assault in-game name attached after it, which is the TV lucky individuals here in just a moment. I know what map it's going to be. A couple of the players know what map it's going to be. It's arid, you know, typical. Yeah, I'm not complaining at all. Guys, with that being said, Cross, if you want to go ahead and announce the winners here for the gold giveaway.
Does indeed wants to do that. I don't know where that came from, but yeah,
just let it flow. It's like I said, they said be yourself. They said be yourself. I said okay.
All right, I'm down for that. Alrighty, and the winner number 1 of the 2K gold giveaway, courtesy of a knife kill, is drum roll please, Fruity ZXV. Congratulations, my dude, Fruity. 2K gold headed your way very, very shortly. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hope enjoy the gold. Use it wisely, my friend.
Indeed.
Alrighty.
Be choosing the final winner here in just a moment, guys.
And with that being said, please drum roll, please, for we got Hasher. I don't know what comes after your name there, but congratulations, my dude, Hasher. 2K gold headed your way very, very shortly. Thank you very much for tuning in. Enjoy the gold, and hopefully y'all stick around for some more gold giveaways, because of course it's 2 gold giveaways after every single match that we have. Where else do you have that? I don't see anywhere else. Where do you have gold giveaways every single match, every single stream? I don't see it. I don't see it. You know, Blaze Games, huge shout out to them. You know, GFUEL Energy Formula as well. Love them over there, and they help us do what we do over here at Mobile Esports. Hopefully y'all are enjoying tongue twister there, the Battles of Glory Border Assault Tournament GFUEL competition number 4.
Indeed, guys, we'll have a quick word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back. Round number 2 versus USSR, D2R versus USSR, that is, coming up after this. See you guys in just a minute.
Yep.
do way better. You didn't think I'm just a two-time video game champion, do you?
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to the GFUEL competition. This is number 4 of the competition stream. That is right. This is the finals. D2R versus USSR. D2R won the first round on Frosty. We're hopping into the second round here in just a moment. It will be on the map Arid. We'll see how this goes. One of the typical competition maps we usually see these teams play on. It should be a little more versed here on Arid. Be fun to see what happens. Probably a couple ops pulled out. And maybe some more crazy one-taps by Gramps or another player here in the lobby. We should be getting ready here in the next minute or so to hop into this match. Guys, let us know in the comment section down below what your predictions are for this match. Once again, you are watching the GFUEL competition in partnership with Blaze Games and Gamma Labs here at the Mobile Esports YouTube channel.
Killpax and Alex, I think your hashtag might be
It's a little old.
It's a little out of date. I mean, I can get behind it, but it's a little out of date. Maybe try and like spice it up a little bit. Yeah, who knows? That might help your cause.
He'll be back. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Oh, I like that one, KP. I like that one. That's it definitely screams that at you a little more.
I've been really enjoying this. This is the GFUEL hydration. I have it sitting right next to me. It's the blue rocket pop. So this is actually one of the flavors Waterboy promotes. That is, you got electrolytes and vitamins in here, a bunch of other good stuff. This flavor is really, really good, though. I definitely recommend checking it out. Also, the dragon fruit is supposedly really, really good. But like I said,
I think we're
rocket
live.
Pop is great. With that being said, I do believe we are live.
Sir.
Let's go ahead and get right back into this. I'm gonna put that container down on the floor, and here we go. I'm
Map
waiting for the
number
confirmation
2
for live. We are live.
Yes, I believe we are. They said it in chat, so I do.
All right, we are live. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Match number 2, USSR versus D2R in the Forward Assault Battles of Glory, the GFUEL competition number 4, brought to you by Blaze Games, GFUEL Energy Film, as well as us over here at Mobile Esports. This round 4v4 right now, minute 30 left on the ticker. Equilibrium finds a Tech 9 kill through the boxes on Jackson. It's looking like it's going to be a bomb plant right there on B. It is indeed. Martini finding a kill of his own. Gramps and Evan, 2 headshots right there, respectively, making it a 3v1 situation. 3-0 wipe right there. And that is going to be a D2R win, CT win for the first round. They are up over USSR in this map number 2, 1-0 round count.
That happened fast. It's like a shooting gallery down
Very
there towards the B site. All those D2R players came around. I believe everybody got 1 kill except Martini there. Actually, no, take it back. Gramps doubled up there as well. 2 for Martini, 2 for Gramps, respectively, after also getting a kill. Nero and Jackson both going down to 0 in the kill feed. It's okay. Got some donuts. Not complaining about that at all. Especially if it's the chocolate, the sprinkles on top. It's the basic kind, but that's my weakness, man. And then the Boston Cream's also really good. But I digress. Ooh, Boston Cream GFUEL flavor? Could that be possible?
Ooh, don't
challenge me.
I'm craving that
Challenge
now.
me, Gamma Labs. Come on. Come at me, guys.
Stop.
Avatar dueling here through CT double doors, tagging a player once or twice, not able to drop anybody. There, minute 35 left here on the clock. Gramps is feeling quite aggressive. He moves up inside of Palace, shooting across over balcony. Virtues the first strike here. Landed shots down there on Jackson, who's subbed in for one of the players here on D2R. Gramps is going to stick out. Going to see a player under underpass after Eyes let him know where his player is. This underpass player has moved up towards B house, and Gramps is going to be moving up here. Could be a big play for Gramps if he plays this right. Nero finds equilibrium. Gramps has got to be careful. He finds General Gore. General Gore's going to call it out. There is one T player up here on the left side. Gramps is going to win the gunfight versus him, and that's it. All T players have been dropped, and D2R will go ahead and defuse this bomb and take the lead up 2-0 as we move into round number 3.
I think this matchup is probably going to be, I dare say, a comeback for USSR. Because from what I've seen, right, from Jackson so far, if for the D2R side, if he can't pull his weight, then it might be a 4v5. I don't know though. I haven't seen too much, but from right now, for what I'm seeing, yes, D2R is leading 2-0 in round count, but typically right now is where you start to see something magical happen from the other side of things. We're going to have to wait and see, though, as we got a 4v4 situation. right now as Avatar and Richard find kills and deaths of their own right there. It's looking like they're going to try and push B site as we have one player trying to distract. I'm assuming distracting on A site. I'm not % sure if he has the bomb. Either way, 3 people looking to push up towards the B side of things. The hut, and we got Equilibrium one-tapping Martini right there, but Gramps finds a kill right there. Jackson as well, finding 2 kills respectively for the D2R side of things, but Chris has a little bit of something negative to say about that as he finds a kill on Avatar, but unfortunately falls. Gramps fallen, but Jackson clutching up, getting this bomb defused. It looks like my prediction very early on could very well be just a just a tad bit off, but I don't know. It could be one of those things where you have a team that starts off very strong and then towards the end they just don't have enough G Fuel in the tank, pardon the puns, but yes sir. And just
that's what they're playing for here. And this GFUEL this is mini competition, a little mini tournament popping up here inside of the Battles of Glory Season 3. They're playing for GFUEL products. Whoever does come up with this will be getting GFUEL products sent to them. Good luck to everybody there. This is a little mini event here inside of the Battles of Glory Season 3 tournament. Need to find Equilibrium. Gonna try to come up there with a trade. Nope, no trades coming in. They'll move on. General Gore actually does come up with a trade a little late. Puts down Nero with a headshot landed on him, equalizing the bodyboard. 4-4 here. A minute 30 left on the clock. Minikov moving around here with the Glock. I'm not sure. It looks like he might be an eco. Nope. It does have the AK-47 out. Good for him. Would have been difficult playing against a Glock versus Gramps, who's down there. Chris finds Avatar. He's going to take that back. Richard finding Avatar. Going to stick out Frag going out as we move over here towards his B site now. Smoke getting some cover inside of B storage, and this is the opening they've looked for here on top of B site. Nobody is here. Chris will give this information out to his team, and the bomb should move up here quite quickly to get planted on top of B. CT's remaining 2 are out here on A site. Still dueling inside of Palace. One has moved up here towards CT double doors. Got to make sure he doesn't get dropped from Palace Overlook. Gramps is there, puts down Minikov. 3 versus 2 situation. Jackson has joined back in here. Unfortunately, will not be able to play until next round. This could be the first round win for USSR if they play this right. Gramps looking to find a player. A couple warning shots. Watch his deck player coming up here. Gonna miss shots on General Gore. He's gonna find a headshot on him. Chris is still on site. Watch down toward the B house. There's one player down there. It's Martini getting dropped by Richard. First round on the board for USSR. More of a typical match, you see. Team wins the first round, they win the second. Most likely, you will see them win the third round. However, once you get to that 4th round, that's when cash begins to even out for both of the teams.
Yes,
as
sir.
you see right there, cash evened out. USSR is able to come in and get a round win. Also, the disconnect from Jackson did help them slightly.
I think we're gonna have. Okay, so this is my prediction, just purely based on. I think we're gonna have USS inching out these next few rounds, but it could very well go down to the wire, especially considering how even they were up until, I'd say the 80% mark of the last game on Frosty of all maps. So it could very well be a very, very close match, closer than the last match on Frosty. Of course, D2R taking the W on that one, which puts them up 1-0 in this best of 3 as Minikov strikes again and takes out Martini, making it a 3v4 for USSR. As they are on the T side, they have to plant or make sure that all the other CT players are down on the ground and not getting back up. But Gramps strikes again, takes out another player, making it all even 3v3 as Avatar takes out another player. Richard goes down as Gramps takes another one tap. Avatar at 1 HP.
Avatar should be dead. He's been at 1 HP for a moment. Chris should have put him on the ground. Minikov, now the remaining player here on this T side, does a bomb in hand. Back here, B house, freaking out just a little bit, trying to figure out which direction to move in. Avatar is low. Jackson at 100 HP that will be able to reinforce his teammate Avatar as he sits behind the truck. Gramps is on here underpass, watching B house. Minikov is in a difficult situation. I would not want to duel Gramps. I don't want to push down towards his B site. Of course, I do have a little bit more information than he does. He doesn't see Gramps on his left side and gets put on the ground. 4-1. D2R now leads by 3. Checking out the KDs right now. Gramps, he's on some other stuff right now. I mean, he's like on 2 tubs of GFUEL. Like
his motorized walker
2 tubs,
is
man.
doing improved. I think he changed the oil in it. I think
potentially, yeah, maybe added a little bit of GFUEL to that oil. Got him moving a little faster. Just saying, man. 11-2. Richard, respectively on the top spot for his team. 4-4. Struggling here on the USSR side. Can you battle Gramps? I mean, there's so many other players here that you got to worry about on the D2R side, but when Gramps is doing that well, Minikoff with a nice crosshair placement on Nero puts him down to 0. Well played by him as they move over here towards his B site. You got to put Gramps, you got to drop him. Chris does come up with that. If you get Gramps on the ground, as well as Nero, do you have an easier time of getting this bomb planted and taking the win? But that's the thing with D2R, is even if you get a couple of their best players down, the players that typically will bottom frag more often can easily come up and clutch up a round. That is just how this D2R side works. All these players are very well and can perform when they need it. With that being said, though, B is completely open. T players are rushing in. One player back, but B calm. That's Jackson going to put down Chris. Bomb is now going down. Equilibrium is putting that in bomb. CT players are grouping up here backside of deck. Gore is coming around here, looking down. Be calm, sees Jackson, is going to land a headshot on one more CT player left alive here inside of B storage. He's going to fire a couple shots out of this Avatar. He's going to find a couple men here before he goes down. He's not going to find anybody. He does go down to the hands of General Gore. It's 4-2 here. Yostar is only down by 2.
Two rounds, dude. This is back and forth. Very back and forth. I think the most we've seen in both games until, of course, D2R took the W, ultimately took the W, I think was 3-round difference. And then that's when they actually started to roll away with the winner, snowball away with the win, D2R. But in terms of, like, you know, back and forth, it's been 2 rounds most of the game for the last game and this game as well. I think we're going to be able to see a 4v4 right now, and it does look like Chris, I think, is just distracting over here towards the A side. Not sure if he's going to opt to rotate, but Martini
comes
punishing
big.
that.
They're unbelievable. I barely got that. They're on stream, punishing them, indeed eliminating them off the map, deleting them. He's going to get dropped by General Gore through the smoke there, but impressive performance there from him. Got to be a little kick in the shots there for the USSR side. Chris is over here inside of Palace, is going to reinforce his teammate over here by B house. The CTs do have B locked down. Bomb is in the hands of General Gore. He's moving down through underpass and going to mute up here with Chris by CT double doors towards mid. A couple warning shots fired there. General Gore does tag him up. Has been dropped down to 66 HP. If you execute order 66 here, they should come up with around when smoke is isolating B storage right now. Also another smoke grenade going down there, isolating CT double doors. Should give them a little bit of cover, but they gotta be careful. That is fake cover. Of course, you can't shoot through that smoke. Seen a couple of players make some noob moves yesterday and today. Hanging outside that smoke, trusting it way too much. General Gore, well-placed frag going back there. Excuse me, not frag, smoke grenade. Covering up deck. CD player, do hear them pushing in. Bomb is gonna get planted at CT's current position. One inside of deck, who gets dropped. Chris comes back, finds Avatar. One back behind B storage. Grabs is coming up here. It's Jackson in B storage. Actually, B storage nub right outside. Bomb is implanted. Grabs and him are probably going to push at the exact same time and try to pinch. Gore moves in here down to 14 HP.
Oh my goodness.
Chris wins a huge gunfight versus Jackson. Grabs is going up against Chris. Chris is going to get dropped by Grabs respectively, and that's up to General Gore as the bomb is slowly beginning to tick down. Grabs is going to stick that defuse. He's sticking it. Gore's got to move it out. He's stuck on the deck. He's jumping up and down. My question: what he's doing is he's stuck on the wire. Something the bomb is going to be defused, and the headshot dropped on him by Gramps.
That's demoralizing to the max. That's really demoralizing to the max. That's one of those things where you're like, all right, this should be an easy round win. I have a fairly decent chance, especially for how that bomb's planted and where my positioning is. I can get to the bomb and check it, but General Gore, unfortunately, not able to get that jump up properly. It is a little bit more difficult than it may seem. I myself have done the noob move right there. You got to get the timing right. It's not just a jump and go. You got to get the timing right. And, Chris turned on, I believe, Jackson so hard, my dude. Like, literally whipped around. Jackson somehow whiffed all those shots to the back of Chris. And just Chris decided to just destroy him. That's essentially what happened there. And Martini finding the kill right there, but gets traded out right afterwards. I believe Equilibrium is the one that killed him right there. Smoke and bomb down. Multiple smokes actually down on the B side, as well as bomb. Chris finds an X23 right there, pulling out the claws, ripping them to shreds. Equilibrium takes out Gramps, making this a 5-3 round count. Still in favor of D2R, but you have lots of life still in this USSR roster. It's not looking like they're just going to roll over and take this round after round L right now. It looks like they have the fire in their stomachs and they're ready, and it definitely shows. It definitely shows, especially after that round, that demoralizing round loss. They bounce back right afterwards. Not putting too much thought
in this. Yeah, you
Yes,
can't
sir.
dwell on it. There's no reason to dwell on it. It's in the
cannot.
past. You just got to move on, learn from your mistakes there. Frag gonna force that CT player to come out. Minikoff might find him there. He's gonna put it down. Nero had to move up, or that frag was gonna get him. He was going down to 0 no matter what. Body count board has been equalized here as Martini finds General Gore. Quick one tap and Minikoff not finding anybody. He's down to 67 HP. Smokes down on top of B. There's only one player and about 2 to be on the B site. Gotta be careful as Richard moves up. He gets tagged. Minikoff does down. Minikoff's gonna find that shot on Martini through the smoke. Unbelievable crosshair placement by then. He's gonna back up here and watch his B house as Equilibrium is gonna go for that bomb plant. Gotta be careful. He's our player inside here. Well placed. Crosshairs, once again, that centering is very, very important to have. When you move there that quickly, you gotta have your crosshairs positioned perfectly. He's able to get that bomb planted. Frag killing by Gramps. He's gonna drop Minikoff. It's gonna Equilibrium and Richard versus Gramps. What are you gonna do in this situation? You know Gramps is alive. You've seen him. Well, you come up with it. Equilibrium not even gonna let that be a factor for him. I was gonna say, is that a mind game? You're back in the situation, so 1 versus 2. Are you freaking out a little bit? It's Gramps, or do you have some anger there? Are you ready to find him? Are you gonna do anything possible to put him on the ground? I believe it was a little bit of anger. Wanted to get that round over. D2R, well played there. Equilibrium getting the kill on Gramps. Only down by 1 now. 5-4. Equilibrium now top frag in here.
1 round separating the 2 teams.
Indeed, 1 round separating. You can see the difference in KDs. Sure, Gramps is 15-5, but you got to look at all the other players. If Gramps is going down, what essentially that KD means, Gramps is 15-5, sure, 3 KD, very, very nice. But if he goes down, his team is almost going to lose.
Exactly. It comes down to teamwork, not just one person or 2 people carrying. Yes, that's beautiful if the other teammates are actually, like, you know, putting different types of work in, maybe like getting bomb defused or making sure that they retake a site as effectively and as quickly as possible. But if you're not doing that type of, like, quote unquote dirty work, then some player that's popping off going 15-5 or 10-1 or something like that, it doesn't matter. Just like we were saying earlier, some kills don't matter, right? You got to play the smart game. And Gramps, unfortunately for him, goes right through the smoke, gets essentially one-shotted. I believe he was very, very weak. And we got USSR evening this game right now, all tied up 5-5 as we move into round number 11. D2R, Gramps leading 16-6 in the KD. On the other side of things, you got USSR Equilibrium leading 9-6, and you see the KDs of all the other players. Very, very similar. Yes, there's one person on the D2R side of things, Jackson, going 1-5, and Avatar going 3-7. But apart from that, it's still relatively even. The only players that really stand out in terms of the higher KD, Gramps and Equilibrium. And Gramps certainly stunting his Z2R prowess right there, going 16-6 for V5 right now. Avatar strikes or gets actually stricken down. I think is stricken a word? I don't know. Either way, he gets taken out of the game. Minute 20 left on the ticker. Nero finds a kill on Chris. 3v4. Gramps evens it all up on General Gore right there. 3v. Okay, never mind. Too many kills going down right there. 2v2 situation right now. 1:10 left on the clock. As
I don't know how Richard picked up that kill on, grabs with the headshot, got a crazy angle, and comes back and puts Nero down to 0. It's 6-5. USSR takes the lead with the Chucky little bomb throw chucked up there.
That's one of those. That's one of those plays right. Actually, now that I think about it, if you're gonna pick up an op, or I can say op now because there's an op. Woo! Anyway, if you're gonna pick up an M98 or an op or any sort of gun, you can, or if you don't want the other team to pick it up, right? You can just throw it away out there, just like you did there, and that's what you see in other competitive games. They also do that as well to not let the other team get that gun, that extra cash flow.
It's very 5,200.
Something like that, yeah.
It's 5,200 for the op. That's a lot.
Yeah.
You don't want to give a team that, especially it's such a good rifle, no scope potential with it.
Oh, 100%.
You've seen many of these players have amazing centering, got good game sense. The op can be very, very dangerous in their hands when it comes down to no scopes. Currently, USSR, slight disadvantage in terms of the body count board. They're going to try to even it up. No, Nero's going to put down Richard. Going to try to tie it up here, going into flip 6-6. This is the closest round we've seen yet. Nero doubled up there at the MP5K, putting down Equilibrium. Now only one team player left alive here. Jackson's going to see him come up, and he's going to put down Chris, ladies and gentlemen. It's tied up here, going into the flip.
I think my prediction early on could very well be correct. I'm not, I'm not going to take my own horn.
These teams are very close. I mean, D2R and USSR have been battling it out for months since the Summer Cup. They really have. They've been at each other's throats. One wins, the other wins. I say D2R has won a couple more rounds compared to USSR, especially on stream, but statistically, they're very, very close, and it is showing right now as we move into round at number 13. We'll see who takes this round, and USSR now on the CT side. You tie up 6-6, you put D2R on the T side, and you get the CT side here on air. That's got to be a good feeling of USSR. Finding another man, Richard puts down Martini, cracking his glass. Bomb has been planted down here on B side. Medikov finds Gramp all the way back in the B house. Chris is going to go for the backstab. Richard's going to reinforce his teammates coming through deck, and this should be all cleaned up here as General Gore doubles up with a Tech 9, and they're going to defuse that bomb, taking the lead 7-6. They got the cash investment going into their bank accounts as we speak. They should be able to buy the AKs, the Kevlars, and all the other goodies they need to take the round lead up by 2. We'll see how D2R responds.
I like how you said their bank accounts, because you got to think of it like that. You got to think of it as it's not just my cash, my eco, right? My economy. It's my team's, right? So if I got to buy something for my teammate, whatever it may be, or if they got to buy something for me, it's a whole pool of money, right? It's not individual, and that's how you got to think of it. Otherwise, yeah, you may get some round W's, but ultimately, when it comes down to it, if a team that actually understands that comes along, then you're going to be in trouble if you can't adapt to that. And we see that time and time again, coming down to just who can afford the weapons. And how that comes to be is they play more intelligently. They play for the weapons. That way they can take certain rounds that they may have otherwise lost if they didn't have that eco, right? And it comes down to that. Essentially comes down to gunfights, communication, and making sure you got enough cash for what you need. 4v4, minute 8 seconds left on this ticker right now. Chris takes out Gramps, and Gramps was the bomb carrier, but it does look like a bomb has been actually, as I say, Chris gets another kill on Legend right there, or on Jackson, making it a 4v2. Bomb has actually still been picked up. 4v2. I don't know if this is going to be a round win for the T's, as they're pinned over here. 18 HP to the name of Avatar, 100 to the name of Nero. They are both pinned up here inside of Palace. It doesn't look like they're going to be too overzealous, but as I say that, Nero takes the head off of Medikov, just absolutely decimates him right there. And again on Chris, Nero, my dude, those one taps to the noggin are absolutely insane. Flipping insane. Equilibrium, though, taking out Avatar, as Avatar was one shot, and unfortunately, Nero, the one taps are not going to be able to save you with a grenade from the one and only General Gore, taking him out and increasing the USSR round lead. 8-6 right now over D2R as we go into this next round.
Good plays coming in for Nero, though. They're in an extreme eco. I don't think anybody bought Kevlar. They just want some pistols, maybe spent 250 on some P250s to go into the next round and go up versus USSR. But really, those one taps right there, I was able to pick up an AK-47, wasn't able to find anybody. But that's what we're talking about with D2R. In any situation, one of these players are able to step up and help their team out. They weren't able to get that round, but that's a couple kills coming in there. A little bit of extra cash Nero got from getting those kills, and a little bit of a confidence boost, I would say so as well. And it's got to be a little frustrating for the USSR side. All those things come in there. There comes down, we always talk about skill, how much skill a player has, but those mind games that you can play on a player, getting those one taps like that is incredibly important right there. It just gets into somebody's head. It's frustrating. Like, how the heck did you get that? He had the better shots. He made the noob move, but it's frustrating. And getting into the player's head like that is just so important. And as I say that, we see two DTR players doubling up with the AK and Fowler respectively as they push out towards this A side. Bomb is in the hands, I'm not quite sure who it is. I'm trying to find it right now. It's in the hands of Grams, and he's going to take this A site. Nobody's over here. Richard is the first to strike here on the detour for the USSR side, putting down Martini. They got to come up here big. Jackson back here by deck. He's going to get dropped by Richard. Gore is going to put down Nero. Now it's evened up here on the body count board. General Gore and Richard versus Gramps and Nero. We'll see what can go up here. Can USSR take the round? Or will D2R? It could be 9-6 or 8-7. This is a big round here for both teams. I would be willing to bet whoever takes this round is going to win this
oh my goodness
event. Avatar puts down General Gore. Richard gets dropped by Avatar. 8-7. With that being said, my prediction holds true. D2R will end up coming up with the W over USSR and be the GFUEL competition champions. I feel like that round was a deciding factor right there.
May very well be true, and I would still be inclined to believe that, because for all that we have Jackson over here going 5-9, and Avatar 7-10, and Martini 8-12. For all of that, we still have a 1 round separating these two teams, just 1 round, right? And D2 coming off their win on Frosty, and it wasn't super one-sided until after the 80% mark of the game completion. But it's tough. It's very tough when you have D2R coming back, winning round after round. I do believe this would be the second round that they would come back from, or come back with, as they won this past round. If they do end up winning this round, then I think they sit in the driver's seat to potentially take this game. But we're gonna have to wait and see, as it's still around the, I believe, like 70% mark, somewhere around there. Avatar.
Still got plenty of time, and everybody is taking their time.
Sir.
Speaking of time,
5v5
1 minute mark, 5v5. Only a few warning shots have been fired. A couple grenades have gone off, but really not much action. As we say that, more shots being fired over towards deck, and we're going to see D2R pushing this B side. It does appear will be the side of choice. Nero got to be careful, doesn't get dropped by this frag. Put down to 59 HP. Still has bomb in hand. He's going to push out to deck. He's got to be careful trying to find that headshot on him. He's now landed at equilibrium once again inside of Nub up there by B house. D2R all hanging out here by balcony. Taking their time. Taking too much time, dare I say. It's beginning to get to the 30-second mark. They gotta be careful. This time could tick down, and it could be 9-7 in favor of USSR, and they will not have gotten any kills at all. They got to move here. This is one of those things, you let the bomb, you play this long, you play the clock like that, try to confuse them, you get in a situation where you gotta rush towards the bomb site. USSR has not gotten the message and is not rotating properly. A smoke is going to go off there. Richard is going to find a player, but Avatar comes back and trades out equilibrium. Avatar doubled up there on General Gore. Nero puts down Richard in a 1 versus 3 situation. Bomb hasn't planted. And the terrorists win that round. It got way too close there on the timer for D2R, but somehow they were able to come up with it, and they tied up here in round number 17. Checking out the KDs right here. Richard, 15-9 of the USSR side. Gramps, 17-10. Some warning shots fired by Gramps over there towards CT double doors. Big round there for D2R, tying it up as we move into round number 17 here. Bomb is in the hands of Gramps. A couple grenades going off back here. You're on the USSR side. You got to do something differently here. A couple players now on equilibrium. Having to pull out the MP5K is going to be feeling it a little bit. Players going down, altercation on top of B site, but that has given the okay for the T's to push over here towards A, and they're going to be completely uncontested coming out here. I believe it's Gramps and Nero taking the B A site, and Gramps is going to plant that bomb behind A columns. Nero sits up on his left, and the CTs are in a difficult situation now. Equilibrium going to jump at this B storage. Better situation for him, being he does have the SMG in hand. Ops pick up the foul, reloads that, and they got to do something quick here, as the bomb has already had 10 seconds on it. A little over 20 left on the timer before it explodes. At this point, what is USSR going to do? Do you opt to save? Which I think is what they're going to be doing here.
Yeah, I think that's what they're doing.
Honestly, I think that is the best decision for them. Instead of trying to take this site, it's going to be way too difficult. You got Nero, Martini, and Gramps. Currently, the 3 best players here in the round. Actually, Avatar is above Martini. But again, all of these D2R players can step up at any given point in time. That's the crazy thing about it. Gramps is having a good game right now. Martini getting a big kill on Richard right there towards the end. I don't know why Richard pushed up and exposed himself going down like that. You lost a round. You also going to lose the Kevlar and gun you had in your hand. You're going to have to rebuy that, and might not be able to buy a weapon for your teammate.
Did you? I don't know if you caught
decision
that.
There from him.
I don't know if you caught that, but USSR right now, equilibrium, doing exactly what I was saying earlier. You got to use your cash as a team, right?
Yep.
He picked up a foul, saved it for his teammate, put it down on the ground. His teammate picked it up, and he bought a what?
Yep.
An MP5K.
MP5K again.
That's how you got to do it. That's how you got to do. You got to make sure that your teammates are using what they're most comfortable with. Of course, sometimes you're put in situations where that's just not possible. But if it is, you can push towards that, right? That's the ideal way to play Forward Assault, is push to what you want, right? For what site you want, how you want to do it. Of course, sometimes things just don't go your way. You got to adapt. And sometimes that's how it goes. You got to adapt and get that W. Otherwise, it's just not going to happen. Avatar and General Gore teams right there. You got USSR, D2R, whole bunch of kills, whole slew of kills going both ways. 2 versus 3 as bomb is planted on the A site. Martini trying to hop back, bunny hop. But unfortunately for him, Gramps and Martini taking them out. Now we got D2R pulling away with these rounds. I believe this is 4 uncontested, completely unanswered rounds for the side of D2R Mystic. They are leading right now 10-8 as we go into this next round.
Yes, all players will be in VC. Any team that takes this with a grain of salt in terms of seriousness will be in VC
100%.
Communicating with them while they're playing a tournament, especially teams like USSR, D2R. They're definitely 100% going to be in VC communicating. It's just, there's no way around it. You're going to be communicating inside of VC, Discord, Skype, whatever it is. It's a must, 100%. USSR looking a little decrepit here. They got to come up with something as D2R has taken the lead up by 2. At one point, they were leading by 2, but as Cromsey mentioned, 4 rounds uncontested has given D2R the lead by 2. Avatar trying to win a crazy gunfight versus the USSR player, trying to find a headshot back there. Chris puts down Nero. Jackson coming from behind, going to try to plant that bomb on a site. Chris is the man over here helping his teammate out and is going to find Avatar through CT double doors. Jackson now the last player left alive, and if I were him, I would Baxon himself back over inside a palace before he gets dropped. A minute left here on the clock. He's going to try to plant that bomb. He's going to have no time to do so. Actually, I take that back. He does get that bomb. 300 extra cash being invested to the side of D2R. Well played there by Jackson. I love that play. He's still staying up here. Look at this. He finds a kill on Gore. Can he find another? Couple shots being fired. He's ultimately going to get dropped by Equilibrium. Good performance. They're staying there on the bomb site, defending it as long as he possibly can. Doing what he can. Well played, Jackson. Got to give him props for that, especially getting that bomb planted. Love to see that. 300 cash can be a big deal.
Oh, 100%.
For D2R right now. Again, get 300 cash, able to buy a weapon for your teammate, able to buy a better weapon, or the weapon you want to buy for yourself. Just have that 300 extra cash. It's a big deal getting that bomb planted. Love to see Jackson do that. Well played, really. I think that's a pretty good D2R play. Even though they did lose their round, I think ultimately was not too bad of a loss there for them.
Calculate.
We'll see how USSR
it was a calculated
responds.
loss.
Yeah, exactly. Calculate a loss. You got to calculate all those things into your strategy. Interesting to see D2R hanging back a little bit. Players have just entered inside a palace. Nero's pushing up here towards B house. Grenade going right off to the left of him. A man is down early here for the USSR side. That is Richard.
Equilibrium still peeking this B side. I think he spotted a player. He does indeed throw a nade towards B long. He gets a hit marker, so he definitely knows that there's a player, an enemy player over there towards the B long hut. But Avatar strikes first, taking Minikoff off right there. I do believe we're going to have a 3v5. Yes, we are. It does look like we're going to also have a push up towards the A side. But as I say that, it looks like they made up their minds right now. And they're actually rotating towards the B side. Chris finding 2 kills, 1 on Gramps and 1 on another player respectively right there. 3v3, just over a minute left on the ticker right there. We got Equilibrium taking out Martini, making it a 3v2 as Bomb is still down on the A side. Equilibrium, is he able to spray transfer? No, he's not. But his teammates are there to clean up that bomb site. And right now, folks, we got a 10-10 round count. It's all evened up right now. This is anyone's game right now. It's going to come down to who has the more cash, as well as just strats. Who's more confident? Who's more calm, cool, and collected.
And a little bit of luck, like the Fort Miners song.
Yes, sir.
Always a little bit of luck playing into this here, but confidence is going to play a big key here. You cannot crack under pressure if you're either of these players. Jackson, first time I've seen him play here on D2R, I'm not quite sure if sub coming in, D2R might have thought this round would have been a little easier for themselves, wanting Jackson to sub him. I'm not quite sure. It's going to be very important for him not to crack under pressure and needs to play to his maximum potential. Also, USSR just got to stay strong here. This is anybody's game, as you say. I don't even know if you can call it a comeback. It's, they really haven't been down that much. As much as 3 rounds. It has pretty much been back and forth. 2 to 3 rounds, I'm not going to say it's a comeback or whatnot, but easily, this is anybody's round at this point. And 100%. They know it. They're taking their time playing it. You're on the CT side. USSR has that CT advantage. I was talking about it a little bit last night. It's more so not necessarily a CT advantage because you're on the CT side, but it's a mind game. Getting back into the mind game thing, having that CT confidence is a term I think I'm going to coin there. There's something about it. There is something about that CT confidence you have. Yes, you do have the advantage on the head glitches and whatnot. Equilibrium double up there with the AK-47 over here inside of B storage. Big plays coming from him, equalizing the body count board. He's going to find a play back and play collapse, puts down Martini, clacking his glass. This could be a USSR round. They could take the lead here. 48 seconds left here on the clock as Richard himself hanging out here by CT spawn. 2 of these players come out here towards the B side for the D2R side. Nero watching his deck. He's got to be careful. He's going to find 2 players. One is left, one is right, respectively. Bomb has been planted. Jackson puts on equilibrium. Huge plays coming there from Jackson again. Said he could not crack under pressure. He doesn't at all, and he's gonna back himself back up there towards B house. Nero, here's a player going on the side of there. Gotta be careful he doesn't get dropped down to 0. Jackson finds Richard. Unbelievable. This might actually be a round turnaround for D2R, and they can come up with the W. This should be an easy USSR round. Could they choke this here? They do. Jackson gets a 3-man there that round.
He goes massive. Just absolutely massive. Jackson, my dude. I'm sorry I doubted you. I don't know how many kills that was.
He could not crack under pressure. He did not.
He's not
incredibly impressive right there to Jackson.
Yes, sir.
Big shout out to him for playing that. Very, very impressive. 3 kills. He cannot crack under pressure. That is a big round for his team D2R.
And it highlights another characteristic from players that we've mentioned multiple times before, Jake, you and I, is that KD doesn't tell the full story. Some players have to go down, get dirty, do the dirty work, right? They got to do it, and it turns out it's sometimes very crucial. If you don't have a teammate, or if you don't have a team that has a teammate or two that does the dirty work, even if they go super negative, you might just lose. It might just come down to someone being able to do what needs to be done and not care about KD or anything else, right? And we've seen it time and time again in other games as well. There's another FPS shooter. It's for console. My dude Damon Karma Barlow. They dropped him, and he's the dude that always did the dirty work, and they didn't do very well. They just didn't. That team, and of course he comes back and they start winning every single event. So you got to have a player that does the dirty work and that doesn't complain, right? Yes, they can maybe complain internally, but you can't let your teammates know that, right? Because if they know that, then they might start having some doubts. They might start being, hey man, maybe you switch it up. That way you have a little bit of a better time, right? Of course, if you're a higher caliber player, you do what needs to be done. It's whatever to you. It's whatever your team needs. And right now we're seeing that from Jackson. Yes, he is going 9-15, but went absolutely massive the last round. And unfortunately for D2R, tying it up, unfortunately for D2R, but very fortunate for USSR. They are still in this matchup. They're not rolling over at all. You see lots of life in them. And as we go into this next round, I need every single one of you in the chat, if you would please type in your predictions and round count. Type it in.
It's 11-11. I've seen a couple 13-12s, 13-11s. It's definitely looking like it could be that way. And I'm feeling 13-12 by how close these rounds are. Chris gets tagged up there going across CT double doors. Probably Gramps firing down there. Gramps has begun to tip her off a little bit. That caffeine from his coffee, his early morning coffee, is beginning to simmer off. Might need to drink some more GFUEL to get more energy in his body. Players on this USSR side, no need to move up. They sit on their head glitches waiting. They're looking pretty confident. Nero is close to 0 here at 18 health. Chris comes up with a huge double kill there on top of the... Actually, add another kill to that. It's a 3-man. Can he find one more? He can be dubbed Ward Farquaad. He's trying to find him through the smoke. Checks his left. Gets a tag on him. He's going to come back, pick up an AK-47. Looking back there. He's going to try to get dubbed Ward Farquaad. Jackson's going to bring that dub coming in. Getting the kill on him. It's 4-2 here on the body count board. This is big rounds for both of these teams. Getting to match point would be huge. That match point pressure. Whoever's going to have it. That match point pressure the other team will have. USSR has the advantage. 2 extra men up on the CTs compared to 2 only on the T side now. 4 on the body count board, respectively with the CTs, 2 on the Ts. Right now, at this point, you can't... D2R cannot wait this out. They have to move in. They can't... You just got to move. You got to move a little quicker. Obviously, you don't want to move stupidly, but you got to move in. You're taking too much time. You're getting down to 35 seconds. The one thing that is good about them taking a little bit more time is the CTs, as you can see, the more time they take, the CT players begin to spread out a little bit more from each other. 2 on B, 2 on A, and then the gap between them begins to increase. So there is that advantage you get from waiting, but you got to be careful. And there it is. Equilibrium puts down Jackson with the bomb in hand. Equilibrium trying to stay up here. It's going to not find Martini. Martini comes with another kill on him. Seconds. It's a 1v1 here. This could be it. At this point, Manikoff, no need to challenge. Just wait. He's going to sit here. Be careful, Manikoff. He comes up with it. He puts down Martini very, very close. It's going to be match point for USSR.
Oh my goodness. That was to the max. The most incredibly played round right there for the side of USSR. Manikoff going in at 100 HP. The other side of things, 8 HP for the D2R player. I forget who it was. If you don't get a headshot there, which you didn't, that was essentially game over. 8 HP. There's no way the other player misses all of those shots to give you another opportunity to get a headshot. And that's what we saw right there. We saw Minikov clutching up, and of course staying at 100 HP helped him a lot. Right, Nero and General Gore, though, trade kills right there with the grenades, the rolling grenades right there. General Gore finds another kill of his zone, 1 round right now away from taking this round W, as well as putting them up on the board 1-1 if they do end up winning this match right now.
It's
it doesn't
so
look like
close. It cannot really be any closer. The bomb is slowly taken
3v2.
down. Minikov's trying to win his kill. Avatar's going to find him on the ground. It's a 1 versus 2 situation. Richard's going to look for a man inside of B storage. Come up with the kill on Avatar. I don't even believe he has enough time to defuse the bomb. You just need to run away and try to play your life, so you're only at 1,300 cash. He's going to go down, and it's going to be tied up here. We're moving into the final round. It's match point for both teams. It's 12-12. It's going to be 13-12 for one of these teams. I'm not sure who's taking the W. Unbelievable. This is a match we all wanted to see. It was not looking like we were going to get this match, but USSR and D2R has definitely put on a show for us tonight. Here we moving into round number. Here we go, Moo. I have no idea what I'm saying.
Round 25, it comes down to that.
Round 25, it's come down to that. I am way too hyped right now. Finished my tub of GFUEL. I just made myself another one, and I'm looking forward to see what happens here in round number 25. And if USSR does take this round, we'll be going into round number 3 to find out who will be the champions of the GFUEL competition. Of course, if D2R comes up with this win, they will be crowned the champions here of the GFUEL competition. Everything is on the line here. The amazing GFUEL prizes. I'm playing for it hard at this point. We'll see what goes down. All these players are just taking their time. They know it. This is match point for both of them. Both of these teams now have that match point pressure, man. They both have that match point pressure, and you can feel, you can just see how they're playing. Shots, they're not taking any chances, and as I say that, we're going to see players trade out here. 4v4 here on the body count board. A minute 10 left here on the clock. 2 players over on top of B side. I believe that bomb is about to be planted. I actually take that back. Bomb is in the hands of Jackson. He's lagging back just a little bit. He needs to move his butt over and get that bomb planted. Tags a player down by B. Columns, not able to drop him though. He's got to be careful as he moves up here behind crates. His teammates are trying to prevent any shots from being put on him as he plants that bomb. Nero comes in, putting down Minikov. He could be the hero of this round here if they're not careful. D2R could come back and get this W. USSR is currently choking. Minikov goes down. Avatar finds equilibrium. There's only one player alive here on the USSR side. It's Chris. He's got to risk everything to get here, defuse this bomb, and kill the remaining 4 D2R players. And there's going to be almost nothing he can do here as the bomb is beginning to slowly take down. At this point, what are you going to do? You're freaking out. There's so much potential chances, and that's it. Jackson comes with the kill. It's a win for D2R. And they are crowned the GFUEL.
Oh my goodness.
Champions. The GFUEL competition champions. Unbelievable.
I was freaking nuts. That was so, like, mind-blowing. Both games. The first game on Frosty, you know, I think it was 13-7 in favor of D2R Mystic. This round, this game right now, this best of 3 that just happened right now in front of your very eyes and our very eyes, that was the greatest.
That's the greatest match I've ever casted.
That's the greatest match I think I've ever casted. Yeah. Exactly. There's no better way of putting it. There was a little bit of everything. The only thing that I wish we could have seen was some sniper rifle gameplay. But of course, sometimes that doesn't, you know, it's just not in the books. Saw some SMG gameplay, saw some grenades being thrown, flashes, smokes, everything being used, everything that both teams could possibly bring to the table. And ultimately, just very, very slightly, ultimately, D2R Mystic taking out USSR in round 25, the very last round of the match. GG's, congratulations to the Forward Assault Battles of Glory GFUEL competition number 4 champions D2R Mystic. Well played right there. USSR though, of course, still very well played by them. You cannot take anything away from them. You cannot. Very well played by them. That's about it. That's all I got. Very well played. Damn. Jeez. I was beginning to taste
good.
Oh yeah, I was beginning to think that my prediction might be correct, but ultimately it is not. But that being said, it's kind of close, because, you know, lots of rounds here and there looking like USSR might win, looking like D2R might win, but ultimately D2R pulling out that W. Well played by D2R. Congratulations.
And indeed, well played by both teams. Congratulations to D2R and coming up with the W over USSR. Incredible performance by them, though. Coming down to the wire, that is the match.
Oh my goodness,
I mean,
100%.
as a caster, I want to see those matches each and every time I cast. And of course, they don't happen. They are rare, and it's always a treat to see that. And I've casted, at this point, hundreds of matches, probably actually close to thousands. I mean, it is getting up there. That is one of the best matches I have ever seen. Lots of kills going down. Players, really every player on each side D2R and USSR stepped up at a certain point. Jackson coming in clutch a couple times. Yeah, I saw some people in the comment section, no, Jackson shouldn't be. I think Jackson was a good player to have there.
Oh, 100%. Like I was saying.
Really, that's a big confidence boost for him. I don't think he's been in that situation against a team that good and in a situation where you're playing for your finals. This is your final win here. This is the win. You don't want to lose that and go into the next round and potentially end up losing that. You've already played 2. You're tired. You just got beat last round. That's not a good situation to go into, and especially in the best out of 3.
True.
Jackson, a great. I mean, there's just so many things to think about there. Good decision. I'm not sure why. Some people are like, I don't know why you put Jackson in. That's a big confidence booster for them. I think we're going to see him playing on the D2R side more to come in the future. That is definitely a big confidence boost for him. I'm excited to see that.
Yes, sir.
And just overall was an amazing, amazing match. I will be going back and watching those a little later on. So much fun. It was a blast, really. The mind-blowing GIF, I know, right? Just so many things right now. I'm out of breath. I need some more water, man. Water and GFUEL.
I think that about sums it up for the water and GFUEL. Giveaway time.
Like I say, it is giveaway time. It's got to be hashtag GGD2R. It's just got to be hashtag GGD2R with your forward assault in-game name. We're giving away 2,000 gold. Wait, take that back. Was there a knife kill?
No, 1,000 gold, but 2 giveaways.
Yep, we 1,000 gold to 2 of you lucky individuals. No knife kill that match. You said there was no sniper gameplay, but I like that there was no sniper gameplay. I talk about it sometimes. There's just the round was too close for snipers to pull up, and sometimes people are feeling confident. It's usually crossing the line to cockiness, in my opinion, when you pull out a sniper and that close. When it's that close, just no reason to pull it out. I'm sorry,
Rue, my dude, Rue,
yes,
X Rue in the chat.
Yep. He really did.
Exactly.
Exactly.
He
that's
played
what
his
I'm
part.
saying. Jackson is D2R ready. I would completely agree with that. That is really, yes, okay, he bought him, That's his first round playing on stream with D2R, one of the best teams in the game, going up against USSR, one of the best teams in the game. A finals match on stream. There's some pressure there. And coming up clutch during those final rounds, terrific. Just really amazing. And again, coming back to USSR, had some amazing plays as well. Chris stepping up, Richard stepping up. Really, like I said, over those last 2 rounds, everybody was there. Yeah. There were moments where somebody was doing good, everybody was able to step up, and that is that is a sign of a good team. Really, that is a sign of good teams when everybody can step up and help. We had Gramps early on the D2R side just slaying it.
16-6, I think.
At one point, 16-6, 15-5, great. But you can see that begins to taper off a little bit. Got closer, 17-10. I think it was 17-11. He ended up finishing off 25-15. Still very impressive, but you can't keep that carry up usually for that long. Equilibrium on the USSR side also got up there, got a few kills, a couple rounds. Really, everybody played very well.
With that being said, I do believe we have our gold giveaway winners right here. Can I please get a drum roll for 2 gold giveaway winners right now? Drum roll, please, for Mr. Zin X, and then a whole bunch of letters that I'm not going to try and pronounce. Congratulations, my dude. 1K gold headed your way very, very shortly. Thank you very much for tuning in. Enjoy the gold and use it very wisely, my friend. That being said, our second gold giveaway winner, drum roll, please. Congratulations to Mr. Supermarket NYA. Congratulations, my dude. Like I said, enjoy the gold, use it wisely, and thank you very much for tuning in. And yeah, that was a freaking incredible match.
Freaking incredible match. Make sure you guys share that match with your friends. Do that. I'm going back and watching that once, maybe twice. I had so much fun casting that. Had an amazing time hanging out with everybody here in the chat. GG's to everybody. Thank you guys for taking time out of your Saturday to come in and hang out with myself and Crosby. Welcome back. It's 2019. Happy New Year to everybody. Yeah, it's 5 days into 2019, but happy New Year to everybody. It is what it is. Crosby should be back here in just a moment. Crazy stuff going on. Guys,
as you say that, sorry to cut you off, but as you say that, 2019, we're back, blah, blah, blah. And Discord's
like, yeah, welcome back, man. 2019. See, I want when you get disconnected, I think there should be a meme that pops up. You should just make a joke of it with the servers. Why they're trying to fix it? You should have a meme pops up just to be funny about it. It's just typical Discord fashion. Anyways, guys, with that being said, that's almost all I got for you. Crosby, you got anything else, sir?
I do indeed, actually. So, the winners, D2R Mystic, they're going to be getting GFUEL tubs. And these are some of the tubs that they can probably choose from. I'm not sure exactly which ones they're going to be getting, but right now. I got over here peach mango. This was my very first, I do believe it was my very first tub that I got. This was back in 2014, I believe. So I've been drinking G Fuel for quite a while now. Probably my favorite G Fuel flavor out of the batch, but I do have my other two favorite right here. So you got right here, strawberry shortcake.
Oh my gosh, you can't, don't make me started on that one, man.
Strawberry shortcake, my dude. Put some milk in it, and absolutely phenomenal flavor. The one tip that I would also, give to y'all is that you can put milk as well as frozen strawberries, put it in like a smoothie type fashion, and just blend that up, and bam, you got right there a freaking amazing G Fuel beverage. Highly recommended, especially if you're just gonna drink with milk. Nothing more you can really do with that. It's just amazing, phenomenal. And last but not least, the one and the only Blue Ice, my dude. Blue Ice, for whatever reason, it keeps me coming back. I don't know what it is about it. I think it's maybe because it makes me think that I'm drinking a slushie. It's just that good. It really is. It's one of those flavors where you're like, all right, I'll take a little bit more, a little bit bigger sip or whatnot. And then next thing you know, like 2 minutes later, you're down to like half the shaker.
That's the best way to describe it. I chug Blue Ice when I get it. As we like to joke about, it's like a blue chug jug. You know what I'm saying? Looks like a little bottle of Shield you get in a certain game.
Sir.
I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. What flavor? That is green apple. I was holding up, of course, because it's a green tub and it's getting blurred out by that green screen that is standing behind me. This is my favorite flavor, though. My top 3 is green apple. Green apple. I gotta do a taste test. I gotta finalize this whether it's green apple or golden apple pear, because they're both so good. But I think it's green apple pear. Just my personal. I think it's green apple. But maybe I gotta do that. Maybe a video coming later. And then it's strawberry shortcake and Blue Ice. Those are just my top 3. They're just so good. As Crosby mentioned, peach mango. I have yet to try that flavor. I really need to. Grape is a very basic flavor, but incredible, especially if you like grapes. If you don't like grapes, don't try it, but it's simple. It's great. Also, as well, the lemonade flavors. Some of the best lemonade I have ever had. And if you're a fan of Nate Shot, you gotta go check that out. Really, the lemonade flavors, the pink lemonade and the lemonade, excellent. Really, and it's great to mix with. You take the lemonade and the peach iced tea. Oh,
true. It is. I forgot to mention, it's out of this world. You can mix and match. You can mix and match.
You can mix and match. Yeah. There's so many flavors. Like I say, I have my top 3. My top 3 changes all the time. I can't help it. There's just so many good flavors, guys. Congratulations to D2R. You guys will be getting some G Fuel products sent over to you guys. Let us know what you choose on Twitter. You can find me on Twitter at sudden_death. Those E's are 3s, and that's all capitals. Once again, sudden_death, all caps, and those E's are 3s. For those of you in the chat, we got a little bit of a deal for you. That code esportsmobile will get you 10% off anything at GFUEL.com. I know Crosby and I have been going crazy about the G Fuel products, and that is because G Fuel products are amazing. G Fuel is so good. I have no crash after drinking G Fuel. I need a little extra energy throughout the day, and it's a drink that tastes great. I pay attention to my health. I really don't drink anything other than water and tea. I'm talking like hot tea, like green tea, white tea, black tea, that type of tea. No iced tea or anything like that. And then G Fuel. I add G Fuel in there. It really is. Those are pretty much the 3 things I drink. A little bit of milk here and there. But yeah, G Fuel is such an excellent product. I can't really say enough good things about it. I cannot say enough good things about it. I have never had a flavor I did not like. I mean, there are some flavors I don't like as much as others, but they're all amazing. Whatever you like, G Fuel's got something for you. And we got that code esportsmobile, which gets you 10% off anything over there at gfuel.com. Saves you a little bit of cash and also helps us out here at Mobile Esports. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out with us. Crosby, that's all I got, sir.
Yeah, just want to make sure that everybody has a good day, good evening, wherever you may be. And yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. And like Jake mentioned before, our links down in the description below if you want to check us out. Jake and I have been uploading and, I think streaming as well. Going to be doing that a little bit more often. But yeah, we've been uploading, streaming. So check us out in the description below. And yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. I'm probably going to drop a link to one of my videos in the description below. And Jake, I believe, is going to do that as well. But yeah, in the description as well in the chat. Thank you very much for tuning in. And if you want, go ahead, ring that notification button, subscribe, become a member over here at Mobile Esports, of course. Helps us out as well. You get a few benefits as well. Little icon next to your name makes it easier for us to spot you. You get access to our exclusive live chats as well when they become available. And just exactly, just makes us just super awesome that you would throw us a few bucks a coffee or two to become a member. Super awesome. Thank you very much, everybody. And with that being said, I do believe that's it. And yeah, congrats D2R, USSR still, you know, it happens, my dude. It happens. But yeah, with that being said, congrats D2R Mystic.
Once again, congratulations to D2R Mystic on the match win over at USSR. We'll see you guys in the future. Both of these teams will be back along with many, many more streams. Subscribe if you're new, ring the notification bell, and smash that like button if that's what you're into. I am Sudden Death. Crosby is on my right. And guys, we'll see you somewhere soon on the internet. Peace, guys.
Peace, peace. Easy.